Today we'll use the My Favorite Things abstract art stamp set to make abstract Christmas trees. You can see how these would form, different slashes of them, different sizes. This one looks like a garland, and some of them, look at this one, looks just like an ornament, turned upside down of course. This is going to be fun. The precision base plate will help us to cut the word Noel from the die set of Tim Holtz Holiday Words script 3 times from white cardstock. We're using white because we'll be customizing it for each individual card. For our first card, we'll be using distress ink in the color Pine Needles to make the tree, and the ornaments will use Wow Red Glitz embossing glitter. We'll use a single stamp, and working from top to bottom to form the tree, we'll add more ink to it across it as we go down, because it's easier to add ink than to take it away. Because distress ink dries relatively quickly, it won't be long before we can use our EK Success powder tool to make sure that we go across the surface and make sure that glitter doesn't stick anywhere we don't want it. We'll choose the ornament looking stamp that we pointed out earlier, add some Versamark ink to it, and then stamp it where we think that the ornament should go on our tree. Add a liberal dose of the red glitter, but one didn't stamp very nicely, so an embossing pen will remedy that. Re-add the glitter, touch up any extraneous with a brush to clear it away, and we're saved. Now to heat emboss, then add Versamark to the word Noel, add the same glitter that we used for the ornaments, and heat emboss that as well. Attach the word Noel with some multimedia matte, and the front panel for card 1 is complete. So for this version, we'll work from larger to smaller stamps as we go up the tree, and then use what we called the ornament stamp as a tree topper. Because this is pigment ink, we'll want to be sure it's dry before we move on. Now that the ink is dry, we'll apply the EK Success powder tool, and then some Versamark ink to that stamp that we thought looked like a strand of garland. We'll apply it at angles, the way garland would actually appear on a tree. And then we'll use Wow Metallic Silver Sparkle Embossing Glitter. Since we already have the embossing pen out, why not apply it to that ornament at the top of the tree? When all that's applied, we'll heat emboss. We'll take the word Noel that we cut out earlier, dip it in Versamark, dip it into the same embossing powder, heat emboss it, and then glue it onto the front of our card. For this final version of our card, we'll use Archival Brilliance Cosmic Copper ink onto a scrap of craft cardstock, which we'll cut into the shape of a tree and then apply to our craft card base later. Then we'll decorate that later as well. Now we'll cut out our tree using Tim Holtz craft shears and then apply it to our card base using multimedia matte. Now we have a copper striped tree on our craft card base, and we'll decorate it using a splat stamp, which will then emboss using Wow Green Glitz embossing glitter. But wait, I have forgotten to use the embossing powder tool that keeps it from going where it shouldn't, so I've got a mess. I won't bore you with showing the whole cleanup of that mess, but we'll just go on to decorate the word Noel with that glitter, heat emboss it, and then apply it with multi-matte medium. All that remains now is to adhere the panels to complementarily colored card bases. Still photos follow, and I hope you had fun, and I hope you'll come back soon, and let's make a card.